Well, hello. Finally back to finish Pokemon Grand Colosseum, or at least we should be able to finish today. We've got to do 3 more Deep Colosseum runs and then just the final like secret boss, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check my PDA. Snag list. We should have everything. Okay. Team should be good, right? Let me just check. We are at the right level for this. So I think we'll be fine. We also got to see the Flying Dodrio last time, and that's really the most important thing about playing the post-game. I'm glad they left that in. But I had such a busy weekend, and I'm just like only now finally feeling like I've recovered from all that. Because I was out of the house pretty much all weekend. Starting from like Friday night all the way to like Monday morning. And like I would come home and sleep, but like that would be it. I didn't even get home Monday morning until like 1 in the morning. Which, I mean, it probably doesn't sound bad for most people, but anyway. Slacking Venomoth. Okay, I'm afraid. I want to kill the Slacking. But what I want to do and what I'm able to do are probably different things. Can Venomoth learn Skill Swap? I don't know. Not impossible, I suppose, but in any case, I just gotta go. Is Earthquake better? Venomoth should be Bug Poison, right? I can hit both, I suppose. Metagross might just die. Yeah, he just died. Oh my gosh. That's fine, I guess. Oh, the Venomoth also almost died. So what do we do here? Maybe Caesar. Caesar's probably a good idea. Does Venomoth normally have Skill Swap? I feel like that's not a normal thing. Okay, we did half. Half is good. Okay. I'm gonna punch that Venomoth so it can't Skill Swap the Truant onto us or anything. And then if the Slacking's gonna go for another Earthquake, he'll hit whoever comes in, hopefully. We are higher level, so like it's not too bad, but still. There's also only neutral against Caesar. He can take it, it's fine. Yeah, the Vaporeon's gonna have a harder time with the Earthquake. Okay. Pretty aight. Man, they do not skimp on using Slacking Skill Swap in this ROM hack. Like, one time it was, like, actually from the base game, but they've used it at least 2 other times since then, right? Okay, Shuckle. I feel like I don't have to be threatened by the Shuckle. Personally, I don't find Shuckle very threatening. guess. Yeah, rock doesn't resist rock, which might be surprising, but it's something that you would think is a thing, right? But Shuckle's bug rock, so you can hit it with rock type and it'll be super effective, but it just has really, really high defenses, so it'll probably take a few shots. Mud Slap, just to lower accuracy. It did 1 damage. Okay, this is just gonna take a little bit. In the base game, the final boss of this area has a Shadow Shuckle, but surely that's not the case this time. And I'm wondering if they put the Shuckle in here just to, like, reference that, or because the Shuckle's not gonna be the Shadow Pokemon for this? I don't know. I forgot to focus on winning. Dude, if you're talking about, like, battling with power, I don't think Shuckle's a good example of that. Neither is, like, Venomoth. Or Vaporeon, maybe? Not really, though. Such a rude lady. Metachamp Sableye, okay. So in previous gens, Pokemon like Sableye had no weaknesses because they were Dark Ghost typing. But there's Fairy type now, so I can just one-shot it, I'm pretty sure. Metacham, I don't know, just Meteor Mash it, I guess. I lived? I'm not supposed to live. Maybe I should have used Earthquake. Ooh, high jump kick, interesting. That did a lot. I missed my Meteor Mash? That's cool. What are you skill swapping? See, I don't know what their abilities are, so I don't know how threatening that is. I guess I'll protect against the high jump kick. It'll hurt itself. I don't know what the Sableye was doing. Blaziken, okay. Oh, it barely took any damage. If only I had, like, a move from a later gen that let us switch positions on the board. Well, Metagross, do I just switch? I guess Weezing wouldn't get wrecked by a high jump kick. Nor a fire type move if that's what the Blaziken's gonna do. Or the Medicham could just die. I guess that's an option. What was the skill swap though? Overheat, okay. They really like this, like, overheat Blaziken thing, huh? Where it, like, has overheat as its fire type move, but then all its other moves are physical. I guess we just focus the Blaziken? It did more than half, so we're good. Body slam, protected. Okay, good. We might be in some danger if the Blaziken has like Shadow Claw, which it probably can. Thunder Punch. Oh, Weezing lived through a Swords Dance Thunder Punch. Interesting. Well, I don't think Weezing will live through this. I'm just gonna send in Regice like, to even out the levels, I guess. I mean, we pretty much won at this point. Regice definitely falling behind in XP, but that's because Regice is just like so good, kind of doesn't need the levels. Oh, tried to belly drum? Seems pretty greedy in a 2v1. I'm simply not about to lose. Okay, so Mr. Mime should be Psychic Fairy. We have Shadow Ball for that. And Exploud is just Exploud. I guess Earthquake. I mean, why not, right? Huh? You withdrew right away. Electrode. Well, I'm glad I used Earthquake. Calm Mind. Okay, I think they're both just gonna go down this turn. Like, the Calm Mind boost might save it from the Shadow Ball, but I have an Earthquake coming at them, so... Yeah, the Calm Mind saved them from the one-shot. But the Earthquake should just kill them both. Very good. Well, that was pretty free. Why'd he switch his Exploud? Lapras, and then the Exploud should come back out. What was going on here? I don't understand. Okay. I guess I'll Power Gem the Lapras and Earthquake? Man, Mischievous has been, like, super good all throughout the run. I mean, they did, like, buff it like crazy in this ROM map, but I guess that's what it takes. The Lapras lived. Okay, well... Boom Burst, yeah, sure. That Doesn't seem like a very good move. Oh, it hit the Lapras too. Oh, okay. I wonder what the animation is. Because Boom Burst is a... Yeah, Boom Burst is a Gen 6 move? It's like a normal, like, Earthquake, pretty much. Or is it 90? I don't know. It just, like... It was like the move that Noivern got, right? Oh, maybe it was, like, over 100. But it was still normal. And there were those abilities in Gen 6 that changed your normal type attack to a different type. Like Pixelate or Aerialate, right? So I remember people like wanting Hyper Voice Gardevoir from Gen 3 because you could like have a fairy type boosted Hyper Voice. But anyway. Ooh, it barely lived. Watch me miss my Meteor Mash. Oh, I actually hit. Okay, so now for the third Cypher Admin. I won't believe this happened. Okay. It's Venus. The net Steelix, okay. So now here's the real fight. I just realized that Steelix has blue eyes. I never really paid that close attention, but then like with the zoom in, it's like, oh, they're pretty clearly blue. Okay, Banette is normal ghost, which is awful for Misdreavus. That's sad. Do I switch? I could. But to what? Caesar maybe? No, Steel doesn't resist ghost anymore. Maybe I just go? I'll just go. Okay, and the Earthquake should hopefully finish off the Steelix. Wow, special attack drop. Yeah, I mean, that's what Mystical Fire does. Shadow Claw, yeah, expected. Yeah, we died. Also, unfortunately, expected. I'm gonna switch in Wheezing, so it doesn't get hit by the Earthquake. It's insane that Banette is faster than Metagross, but part of that could be like the EV difference, but it could also just be a buff from the ROM hack. Not that Metagross is very fast, but like Banette's just slow. Gardevoir, okay? Weezing's probably gonna need to protect against like a Psychic move. Probably. Let's just Earthquake again. Yeah, okay. Correct read. Yeah, this was not unexpected. Oh, we got one-shotted. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was bad. That's okay. I guess Metagross wasn't doing too much here. I'm gonna switch Wheezing out so it doesn't die immediately. Or I could use it to heal Misdreavus. Like, that's also valid. Could use its turn to heal Misdreavus. Or Caesar could punch the Gardevoir first. It's possible that Caesar goes before the Gardevoir. Either way, I would probably want to use Wheezing to revive someone, right? Nah, let's just Revival Herb. No, the Gardevoir first, okay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Well, this should kill the Gardevoir. I was thinking about, like, maybe a Bullet Punch might kill Gardevoir, because its physical attack is, or physical defense is very low. And Caesar's physical attack is very high. And it's super effective, so it's like, maybe. Not impossible. Oh, that does so much. I'm gonna protect while I hopefully get the banana out of here. They might double target the Caesar just because it's weakened? Yup. Yup. Okay, Banette dead. Okay, we got a free kill. It's Suicune. She's got 3 left, okay. I'm more threatened by the Suicune, I think. Not that Milotic's not threatening, but it's just like the order of priority, you know? They're both so bulky, though. That's a problem. Will I get away with hyper potioning Caesar? Possibly. We'll try it. Calm Mind? Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay, we gotta hit this Suicune. Okay, that did a chunk. Yeah, Suicune's just very bulky. It's not amazing in the base game, because it just doesn't get very many good moves. But like, it's a pretty strong Pokemon. Okay, Caesar dead. There's a Scald coming its way, probably, so... Who do we, like, get hit by that? I mean, probably bring in Misdreavus just so I can do more damage. Like, the Scald won't kill Misdreavus. Even the, like, burn would be fine. Didn't even do half. Okay. Okay, Suicune almost dead. Okay, Misdreavus is going first, so we kill the Suicune. Let's see what comes in. Meganium, okay. That's pretty non-threatening. Wait, Milotic has Moonblast? Interesting. Why would you use that instead of just the Stab Scald, though? Kind of doesn't make sense. That did less than the Scald. I think we can kill the Milotic this turn. Okay, yeah, we can definitely kill it. Ooh, we might go down to a 1v1 though, but I think we're favored. If that's the case, like if the Meganium's like using Giga Drain and it kills Swampert, I think we're still just favored because we have Regice. Moonblast again? Okay, sure. Oh, that's right, Meganium's Grass Fairy in this ROM hack. Ah, they got the special attack drop, although I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just win. They can't kill both of our Pokemon in one shot, so I don't need to use another Revival Herb. We can just go. Ice Beam, Ice Punch. Let's go. Expected. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just win. Well, thank you, Fake Life, for the 22 months. How's it going? It's going pretty all right. You're about to, or you got here just in time to see me beat Venus again. Yeah, we just have to run through the Deep Colosseum 2 more times now, and then the final boss, and we'll be done with the game. But yeah, how's it going with you? Playing a lot of Mahjong, it looks like. That's a lot of money. 44. And an email. Rest? Oh, well. Kind of tough to use in doubles. Choose the Shadow Salamence. Would make sense, since that's like the last Shadow Pokemon we don't have. Oh, did not mean to go in here. Have to start doing some stuff with bonsai trees this weekend. Is that like a good have to or a bad have to? Last is Ein, huh? Okay, so I guess we could just go like this. Alright, next challenge. I'm just putting Regice in the front to get some XP. It's a neutral have to. Since it's getting warmer and the plants are waking up, it's the time when I need to do work. Oh, okay, I see. So it's just like a weather thing. Got it. Oh no, this guy's on a sun team. That's not good for my team. Well, we can probably handle it. It's probably fine, right? Will we get the earthquake off? I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. Okay, that's not a Fire Blast at least, but I don't know if Metagross will survive. It did. Nice. Flamethrower? Oh, okay, well, they double targeted Metagross, so what are you gonna do? I guess I could have protected on Metagross, but I wanted to do the Earthquake. Pretty rough. Okay. Just have to beat them the old-fashioned way, I suppose. Well, this all backfired. I assume that they're gonna have Solar Beam somewhere, right? Like, there's no way they don't. So how are they so much faster? I guess Ninetales is pretty fast, but Cat's Form's not that fast, right? Sun teams are just so rough. They have so many good options. It doesn't help that our team is like half weak to fire, but what are you gonna do? We only have so many options here. So Venusaur probably has Chlorophyll. But it's also poison type. But I can turn the fire back on it, so it's like kind of fine. Weather Ball. Interesting. Can Venusaur normally learn Weather Ball? I wouldn't be surprised. But it's like, why would she? Venusaur's already like a weird pick for a Sun team, you know? If we can one-shot the Venusaur with a Mystical Fire, we might be in an okay position. Oh my gosh, it lived. And it healed. It's a waste of turn on this. At least they're predictable. Okay, what's left? Shift tree. Okay. I can probably one-shot that, right? My strat is to just get it down to a 1v1 with a cast form, and then I should be good. So I'm okay just switching back and forth to, like... There's no way Shift Tree normally has Weather Ball, right? There's no way. It must be a ROM hack thing. But as a thing, like, I'm okay shifting back and forth just to, like, minimize the damage I take while Mr. Viz cleans up. So we get to a 1v1 with the cast form and we can just win. Right, because then, like, after this, I can switch to... Caesar to tank the Solar Beam and then protect. I can't help with stuff like what moves things learn. Yeah, no, I get it. There's like a lot of things, especially like Weather Balls. Like Weather Ball's not a move you would teach to your Pokemon in any like competitive capacity. Unless it was like their only way of getting that type of move like on a weather team. But it's like, there's no way, right? There's no way. Obviously I could look it up, but it's like, it's a waste of time. There's no way it's actually a thing. Like Venusaur, I could like maybe see it. Shift Tree, nah. Anyway, the strat worked. Cast Form's dead. I'm so glad that in later gens they changed the weather abilities to only last 5 turns. Because holy moly, permanent weather is like so oppressive. Anyways, hopefully the battles after this point will not be as difficult. Yeah, there was one thing I was like thinking about talking about. Wasn't sure if we would have time. Delibird. Okay, well, wasn't sure we'd have time because like these battles are not gonna be like trivial. I should Meteor Mash the Pylospine? And then Thunderbolt the Delibird? Right? Hail? Right, there's no snow warning in this game. Okay, the Meteor Mash hit. Nice crit. Nice attack buff, wow. Got the really high roll on that one. Cast Form, okay. Are these all just weather teams? Is the next one going to be Sandstorm team? Because Ain's team is usually a rain team. Alright. They really buffed Delibird in this ROM hack. It's still kind of not worth playing though. Cloyster, okay. Fair enough. Conveniently, we have Regice on the front, so we're not... Like, at least he's not getting hit by the hail. Alright, let's Meteor Mash the Cast Form, I guess. And then we'll Thunderbolt the Cloyster. Fire Blast? That's cheating. You can't use Fire Blast in your snow form. Icicle Crash. This should one-shot, right? We got another crit. I'm sure we didn't need it. We already got the attack buff from the previous one. And Cloyster has much higher physical defense, so that's part of why we arrange the attacks that way. Hooray, Regice caught up in levels. Alright, so next guy's Sand team, I guess? Yeah, I was gonna mention, the big news of the week as far as Magic the Gathering is concerned is the Commander Brackets system. They released like the beta version of it to help people categorize their decks when playing with random people in like pickup games, so like you can have a better experience. Tyranitar, okay, yeah, sand team. Heard of it, and that's about it. That's fair. If you're not like playing Commander, you really don't have to care about it, you know? But like, every Magic player plays Commander. Okay, so this was the Weather Team Gauntlet. The Lunatone blinking is like so strange. Anyway, I feel like Regice is in danger, but like, what are you gonna do? I mean, probably just Meteor Mash someone, right? The Tyranitar, because it's scary. And then, at least, because in Gen 4, like starting from Gen 4, Rock-type Pokemon get a 50% special defense buff in Sandstorm, but that shouldn't apply here, so I think we're okay. It's just a question of like, do we just Ice Beam the Tyranitar to make sure it dies, or do we try and protect it to make sure we don't die? Like, what's the Tyranitar gonna do? Rock Slide? Earthquake? Earthquake's pretty likely, but Regice can take an Earthquake. Yeah, we'll just do this. The Lunatone is not very threatening. It might like Calm Mind or something. Oh, I guess it's just dead. Wow, we got the attack buff again. Oh, but yeah, like the Commander bracket system, like it's 5 brackets. You can effectively group the lower 2 brackets 1 and 2 together, and then the upper 2 brackets 4 and 5 together. These people in their cast form. There's no sand form for cast form. Ouchie. That did some amount of damage. I don't remember if Weather Ball becomes Rock type in Sandstorm. It might. I have a feeling it does, but like it kind of doesn't matter. Flamethrower, sure. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, okay. But yeah, like the main crux of the Commander Brackets system is they released a list of cards that they call game changers because they warp the game when they're played in Commander. And like the list looks mostly okay. There's a lot of things that probably should also be on the list, and then there's a few things on the list that are like, this probably isn't as game warping as they make it out to be, but it's more of just like, it's a feels bad card for casual players if they don't know how to deal with it, I guess. But like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt for now because it's literally the first iteration, and they said they're going to take feedback at the Magic Con, like the event that's coming up at the end of the month. and then like test out the bracket system there to get more feedback. So it's like, okay, like it's nowhere near perfect, but if they improve on it in a meaningful way based on the feedback, then it could be good. So right now, like my opinion right now is that it's like overall good, but if it just stays this way in perpetuity, then it's not good, if that makes sense. Like it's just a starting point. They need to improve on it. Anyway, they have a Glider, and we're just gonna one-shot them, so I think we're fine. Oh, well, this might actually kill... Well, this should kill Metagross, right? Will it kill Regice? I don't know. Oh, but yeah, like the Game Changers list. Oh, nice, Regice lived. Who wants the XP? Swampert kind of deserves it more, I guess. Well, maybe needs it a little more. But yeah, the Game Changer list is currently 40 cards, which is an arbitrary number. They didn't like say we are only going to put 40 cards on this list. And like the difference between the brackets is that brackets 1 and 2 cannot use any Game Changers, so like they're effectively just an additional ban list for lower brackets. Brackets 4 and 5 do not care about the Game Changer list because they can use as many as they want. So it just, that list effectively does not exist in the upper brackets. And bracket 3 is like you can use a few of these. Like the number they are using so far is 3, but they said that might change. Sounded like the alternate to this was nothing, so I imagine it's at least better than that. Yes, it is at least better than nothing, in my opinion. That being said, how do I put it? Like, I think bracket 1, like, the difference between bracket 4 and 5 is, like, mindset, which I think is fine. Because it's, like, high-powered casual versus competitive CE, or, like, EDH, CEDH. So it's, like, it's fine that they have a difference like that. Even though there's, like, no difference in, like, criteria of, like, the cards you're allowed to use or whatever. Brackets 1 and 2, there's like one slight difference in the hard criteria, but it's like effectively nothing, and I wish they would have just combined those two tiers. Because bracket 3 is like way too wide. So I wish they would have like maybe thought a little bit more about like the gap between each tier. Like the gap between tiers 1 and 2 is like almost nothing, but the gaps between like tiers 2 and 3 is like huge. And the gaps between like 3 and 4 is like an okay amount, I think. So I would have liked them to like just get rid of tier 1 or bracket 1 and then like put something in between the current bracket 2 and 3. And then I would be more okay with it. Admittedly, it's very difficult for them to do that in a meaningful way given the current framework, but I don't know. It's their job to figure it out. I know I'm definitely of a much different mindset for all the changes I want, but it's a good middle ground and a good start if they actually work on it. Totally fair, yeah. Bracket 3 is just power level 7 again. Yeah, it's way too wide. It's way too wide. Yeah, like, what other changes? I mean, we don't have to talk about this right now, but, like, what other changes do you think they could possibly make that would improve on the framework? Because, like, the framework is kind of tough for them to work within, I think. Because it's all effectively dependent on, like, the Game Changers list. The way it currently is. Let me see. Okay, so we're fighting Iron again. He has his rain team. I assume it's raining. I didn't see, but it looks like it's probably raining because there's a Pelipper. The Manectric almost certainly has Lightning Rod, so I would like to deal with that. Let's do a little Earthquake, and let's do a little Protect. I mean, most of my decks are just like substitute, huh? That's annoying. Most of my decks are technically bracket 2 because I don't use game changers because either they're like way too expensive or I disagree with, or I personally don't enjoy using them because they are so game warping. Hydro Pump? Ooh. Oh, got a crit? Okay, well that sucks. Well, this is actually not necessarily a bad thing. Let me check something. Okay, Swampert's faster. So Swampert could potentially go in, kill the Manectric, and that would leave Regice to take out the Pelipper. We have Earth Power. We have the power, the Earth Power. Was that Thunder? I looked away for like a second. But yeah, I guess it also depends on what he brings in, if it has Lightning Rod or not. Raikou? Does Raikou have Lightning Rod? It might. Miss the Hydro Pump, nice. I feel like the only way to actually make a good list is have like 1,000 card lists at different power levels in Game Changer. That is definitely, that would definitely be way more robust, right? Okay, so Sceptile is Grass Dragon and it should have Lightning Rod, but we don't care about that right now. I'm just gonna hit it with an Ice Beam, but then what is, I guess Earth Power, right? Oh no, but Swampert's gonna just die to Sceptile's like Ice or Leaf Blade or something. So let me switch. Now let me just switch. Yeah, because if they really wanted to, right, they would go through all of the cards that are commonly played in Commander and make a list of the ones that are like, or make multiple lists of like different powered ones, right? The Raikou Calm Mind is kind of scary. Oh, Energy Ball, yeah. But like, for one, that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's resource intensive. It's resource intensive and like it's going to be hard to get people to agree on it. Although that the latter point is like less important. And then it also requires players to actually check their decks against these lists, which can be done if they're integrated into like deck building websites, which the current bracket system is already, like it was within like an hour of the announcement. So like that is also a possibility, but I feel like Wizards doesn't want to put in the effort to make a 1,000 card list, because that sounded like what was going to be the case with the first pitch, right? I think they're trying to hit some middle ground of like, we want to keep it simple enough that you could post this at like your LGS and then people could just like read it on a flyer and understand like enough what the brackets are and then know what decks their brackets are in so that they can play pickup games with people within the same bracket. And having like a 1,000 card list is not going to meet that criteria. But then like, how do you make a robust enough system that can also be easily digested by people who just like walk in and read a single page worth of information? Like that's tough, especially because different players are going to have like different levels of investment in the game. Like you and I hired Zombie, like we're way more invested in Magic than like the random casual who walks into the LGS, right? I should deal with the Raikou, but I'm not in a good position to at the moment. I might need to safely switch in, like Swampert or something. I maybe I should do this. Okay, I'm going to Thunder Wave the Raikou just to mess with it. Oh wow, hello, Meowpenheimer. It's good to see you. We were just talking about the Commander bracket system, and my Weezing just fainted. Yeah, we're playing Pokemon Grand Colosseum. We're in like the very end of the post game. Okay, I wanted a safe way to switch in Swampert, so this is it, I guess. So we're gonna slow the Raikou down so it's like more manageable, because it has one Calm Mind on it. Let's see. Okay, Earth Power the Raikou for sure, and then we're gonna Thunderbolt the Kabutops. Ooh, that did a lot. I mean, it was a Sword Stance, I guess. It did have a Sword Stance. Oh, we got the Special Defense Row. Next turn, I think I might, I might Protect Earthquake, but Regice is... Okay, I'm gonna Protect Earthquake. Wait, also Raikou can learn Scald in this ROM hack, I guess. Okay, Earthquake, Protect. But yeah, we were just talking about the Commander brackets, like the beta that they released earlier this week, and then how it's like, it would be great if they could have a more robust system with like a bunch of cards on the like lists. Like the original pitch sounded pretty good, right? Like if they had mostly comprehensive lists of like things they expect in each bracket, then that would have been a pretty good way to go. But that's very hard for players who aren't as enfranchised to like pick up easily. Like it's a tough thing to like post on a flyer at your local like game store and then walk in and like read it and be like, okay, so like there's these 500 cards that if they're in your deck, you're in this upper bracket. It's like, well, players aren't gonna like sit through that, right? Like 40 cards, reasonable. You could post that on a page along with the bracket information, but like hundreds or thousands of cards, even though it would form a better system, it's not gonna fly for a lot of the players who, you know, play Commander casually and just want to go play pickup games, you know? So I think they're trying to hit this middle ground where they're like not putting a ton of hard rules on it, but still want to like have some form of separation. And the current way they're doing that is just effectively with number of game changers, but I don't know. It's like two of the brackets like might as well just not exist. Like if you're not playing CEDH, then you don't care about bracket 5, and if you're not like, and then like people aren't going to be playing like bracket 1 decks most of the time, and if they are, you just play with bracket 2. Like who cares, right? So like I'm hoping they fix some things to make the range, or maybe like the gap between each bracket like more consistent, because like the gap between brackets 3 and 4 I think is a good amount, but the gaps between like brackets 1 and 2 is almost non-existent, and then the gaps between brackets 2 and 3 is like way too wide. Okay, we're down to a 2v1, so we effectively just won. One of our guys is gonna get knocked out immediately. I don't think it particularly matters. Biggest worry with it so far is what you brought up earlier, that most of your decks are technically bracket 2, but if you played people self-describing as bracket 2, it would be very one-sided, yes. Bracket 1 feels unnecessary, yes. I think 2 is your favorite. I tend to agree just because I don't like a lot of like the game changers. They're just cards I personally dislike because of how powerful they are. How game warping they are, I should say. Like, powerful cards are fine, but like if they warp the game around them, it's like it's not a good experience. But yeah, like Hired Zombie said, my decks tend to be very strong even without the game changers, because I do put a lot of work in like optimizing them. Like currently my Phineas deck is bracket 3 because it has one game changer. It has Enlightened Tutor. That's obviously not necessary for the deck strategy, so I can just replace it with like any random thing, and it would technically be a bracket 2 deck, but like it definitely does not belong in bracket 2. That's why it's like the gap is too wide. There needs to be something in between brackets 2 and 3. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what we do. Maybe it matters slightly what we do. Maybe I should have Thunder Waved it first, just so I like wouldn't get blown out. But I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. We automatically win. Oh, Mischievous even survived a Hydro Pump. I was worried like we might get blown up by like a Surf with a crit on Mischievous, and then it kills Reggie Ice as well, and it's like, oops. But like, there's no way. But yeah, I think the only decks I have that are bracket 3 technically are the ones with Psych Rift, because Psych Rift is just like best in class board wipe in blue, and like the gap between Psych Rift and the next thing below it is so wide, or the other blue board wipes are like so narrow that it's like, I guess I'll just play Psych Rift. And like in some color combinations, you just don't have anything else. I'm totally on board with banning Psych Rift because it's way too good, but blue just kind of doesn't have anything else. Like, do I have to pay like another $25 for Raise the Palisades, and that only works in a Typal deck? It's like, I don't know about that one. Every color should have real weaknesses. That's fair. But then it's like, if you're playing red-blue, like you're playing Izzet, and then your only board wipe is Blasphemous Act, and then all the other ones are like just really bad. It's like, ugh. It feels bad. It feels bad. Like, green also doesn't really have any board wipes. It has that like big dinosaur that like fights everything, but then it dies. Like, it dies before it can finish everything off, right? So it like kind of doesn't count. So like blue has like some board wipes that are all bounce, but they're pretty narrow other than Psych Rift. And then green just doesn't have board wipes. Green should never have a board wipe because green is the color that has the easiest time establishing the best board. I agree. I'm not like upset that green doesn't have a board wipe. Like they're fine. They don't need it. Blue kind of needs it a little bit. Okay, this should be the last mail about the Deep King. Deep King entered in the knockout tournament at the Deep Colosseum. Okay, so we're gonna fight him. I don't even remember what the Deep King has in the base game because it's been so long. Do I leave Reggie Ice in front? It's probably fine. It feels bad to play like a Simic deck and not have any board wipes, but there's technically Oversimplify, which is actually a pretty good board wipe. So like I'm not complaining too bad on that one, but if I ever make an Izzet deck, I'll be like, ugh, what am I gonna do? Ezreal's Predation. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look that up right now. Scryfall.com. I could spell it correctly. You hate exile board wipes. I tend to agree. It's just power creep for you. Ezreal's Predation. For each creature your opponents control, create a 4/4 green Phyrexian Beast creature token. Each of those tokens fights a different one of those creatures. Dang, that's pretty good. It's 8 mana, but it's green, so like who cares? Which precon was this in for Dustmorn? Probably the blue-green one, right? Jump Scare? I don't think it was in the winter one. But yeah, like, I don't know. Exile board wipes are, like, ridiculous. I honestly think Farewell should have been on the Game Changers list. Because it kind of invalidates a lot of strategies. Also, is Ezreal's Predation a color break? It's a fight spell, right? It makes tokens and they fight. It's totally within green's color identity, right? From a casual standpoint, I would put Farewell on the Game Changers list, yeah. It's just like the best board wipe. It's modal, you can make it asymmetrical, it's exile, it hits graveyards. Like, what more can you want? It doesn't hit battles or planeswalkers, oh no. Predation is 100% a board wipe because you don't... Yeah, no. Like, I'm mostly, like, joking. But it is technically... Like, if you just look at what's printed on the card, it's technically just, like... The things that it does are within green's color identity, but in practice, it does feel like a color break. Yeah. You don't need... Oh, interesting. So because you don't need a board to use Ezreal's Predation, it's a color break. Because most green things require you to have things on board. Okay, I can see that. I can see it. Like, it does cost 8 mana, so you would think that making tokens and then having them fight things is, like, a pretty reasonable rate, but it's green. Like, in Commander, it's trivial. Man, if the curve for my Phineas deck wasn't so low, I might think about playing that. I didn't even know that existed. Yeah. No, I agree. But, like, the thing is, when they design these cards, right, they can be like, oh, it costs 7 mana, so we can just win you the game. So, and it's like, maybe that's true for Standard, but... It's an excuse they can use, right? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by the Hornet Queen comment, though. Like, I know what Hornet Queen is and does. Is that Is that also a color pie break that I'm just not aware of? Okay, Shedinja Wobbuffet. Okay, so Shedinja, it has Wonder Guard, so we can only hit it with moves that are super effective, but they will one-shot it. These Pokemon currently don't have any of those moves, because it's Ghost Bug, so we need Dark, Ghost, Fire, Rock. It has like 7 weaknesses. What are the rest? Dark, Ghost, Fire, Rock, Flying. I feel like I'm missing some. A flying army with Death Touch is not within Green's color pie. Should not have efficient flyer, should be a black creature. Interesting, okay. I didn't really think about that, but that makes sense. See, I started playing Magic after everything got power creeped like crazy, so like I see these things and I don't bat an eye. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Just have 5 flying Death Touchers for 7 mana. No big deal. And then I look at cards from like 2012 and I'm like, this card's crap. It must have been so much more fun to play back then. I don't want to deal with this though. I can't even switch because of the Wobbuffet, so I guess I have to kill the Wobbuffet. Alright, I guess that's just what's gonna happen. Yeah, okay. The Wobbuffet's gonna get one of my guys, but like, what am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh. Well, if the Wobbuffet's using counter, it might not get us. Or maybe we'll freeze it. Ooh, I don't like that. Although it is a Shedinja, so it's like not that threatening. It is already slower than our guys. Okay, nice. Free turn. Kind of. Let's try this again. Nice miss. Whoa, okay. I wonder if they buffed Shedinja's attack. Because, like, its stats are pretty low. I don't think it matters who we bring in. Oh, it matters a little bit. It matters a little bit. Yeah, it matters. Because we don't want to get killed by the... We don't want to get killed by the Shedinja on the way out, right? Like, what if it has a Focus Sash or something? The first EDH deck in 2014 was a struggle to get enough playables. It was much funner. I could see that. Oh, it has a Focus Sash, dang. They're using the competitive strats. No, but like, I did get to play, I did get to play with a friend's Ravnica cube using cards from the first 2 Ravnica blocks, I guess. So it would have been like 2005 and 2012, and that was fun. Like, the cards are so much different now. And I understand that those were like particularly strong cards for the time. I guess, yeah. Lunge should kill Wobbuffet, and then Flamethrower should kill Shedinja. Oh yeah, if it wasn't clear, we weren't able to switch normally because Wobbuffet has Shadow Tag, so it's... Like, as much as I would have liked to switch and just kill the Shedinja first, we did not have the option. Persian. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Cycrift. Yeah, Cycrift can be banned. I'd be cool with that. My Mahjong group that I play Commander with, we have our own like house ban list, and we ban Cycrift. And like everyone in the group plays like pretty high power stuff. Like one person has like original duels, which should tell you like how much money they're willing to spend on the game. Chronon should go down regardless, right? I guess I'll just hedge a little bit. But yeah, like they don't think twice about putting like really expensive, powerful cards in their decks. But yeah, we have our own house ban list that mostly it's just like unbans of things that really don't need to be on the ban list. But then there's like some things that are like, okay, Soul Ring's banned, Cycrift's banned, the Ikoria free spell cycle, like Fierce Guardianship, Deflecting Swat, those are all banned, even though honestly Obscuring Haze doesn't need to be banned. But it is. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. Okay. Who wants... the XP? Biggest gripe with Cycrift is that in order to interact with it meaningfully, you have to be playing blue. Yes. Either that or you're in white, so you have Teferi's protection or like Clever Concealment or something. But yeah. Like, you need to be playing a color that either has counter magic or can phase your stuff out, which is just white and blue. I mean, not... like, obviously there's weird counter magic in, like, all colors, but... that's not gonna fly, you know? That is a big problem about, like, a lot of things in blue, is, like... you have this powerful effect in blue, and the only way to interact with it is by playing blue. That's one part of the design I don't like. But it's like what they wanted, right? So it's like, oh, sure, whatever, I guess. Also, Cycrift being like instant speed, that's like egregious. Should have really been like a sorcery or something. Okay, the Gengar has Levitate. It's probably just gonna kill Metagross first, right? Do I leave the Omastar alone? Maybe. I'm expecting like a Shadow Ball. Yeah. Okay. If we can kill the Gengar... okay, one more shot. Spikes, okay, that's fine. So when you switch in a Pokemon, when you have spikes on your board, or on your field, then the Pokemon will take a little chunk of damage when it comes in, unless it's flying or levitating. It's, what do they call them? Hazards? I haven't played competitively in so long. They also have a Metagross. Oh, Hydro Pump this time. No more spikes. You can layer multiple spikes. Okay, well, Weezing did its job, I guess. Okay, in that case, we'll send in Mr. Viss, I think. Shadow Ball to Metagross, Thunderbolt to Alistar. Oh, but anyway, we only got on the Psych Rift topic because I mentioned, like, it's like literally one of the few game changers I put in any of my decks, and that's just because it's it's the best board wipe in blue by far. Like, if there were other options, I would just not use it. We kind of just don't have other options. There's like that one sorcery that like bounces 6 non-land permanents, I think, right? Or just creatures, but you have to target them. They're target 6, and there has to be exactly 6 that you bounce. It's like the blue version of Hex, because Hex is just like a 6-mana black spell that destroys 6 target creatures, right? Jolteon's gonna go first. Misdrift is probably gonna die. So I should assume that Misdrift will die and then not get to move. In which case, I will... no, Thunderbolt. Flood of Tears is okay. That just bounces all creatures, right? Aetherize is like a fog, though. It's reactive. It's only things they attack with. Honestly, if I'm playing Aetherize, I would just consider playing Aether Spouts, because it doesn't send them back to the hand. Flood of Tears is non-land. Oh, okay. I should look that up. If I remember correctly, Flood of Tears is the one that, like, potentially lets you play a thing if you bounce enough of your own things. Occasional old messed up card that would probably never existed, like Zur's Weirding? Oops, I did not spell that correctly. Well, somehow Mr. Viss lived to see another day, but I don't think it'll live through this turn. Zur's Weirding. Players play with their hands reveal. Oh, it's an enchantment. A 4-mana enchantment. If a card would draw, or if a player would draw a card, he or she reveals it instead, then any other player may pay 2 life. If a player does, put that card into its owner's graveyard. Oh, well that's not, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not a board wipe, but yeah. Reality Twist. Okay, who wants the XP? I guess Swampert again. Okay, there's Reality Twist, and there's also Twist Reality. Cumulative upkeep. Okay, Reality Twist, yeah, no. I think you have to be playing a 5-color deck to use Reality Twist anyway, and then it's like a non-issue. Yeah, because it has the mana symbols in its text box, you must be playing... Yeah, you must be playing all those mana, or all those colors in your color identity to play it in a commander deck. So you can't play it in, like, mono blue. Yeah, there's a color identity rule in Commander. Flood of Tears. Okay, Flood of Tears looks pretty good. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. It's a 6-mana sorcery. Okay, okay. Flood of Tears is pretty good. Obviously not as good as Cycrift, but yes, if I need to replace Cycrift in my decks that have blue but not white or black, then I will consider this. I think my only Simic deck currently is like as a sea monster like sub theme, so I'm playing like the sea monster asymmetrical bounce stuff, but like if I make another one, like I pulled Sapsunin, the frog god from Aether Drift, so I'm like, I could make this deck. Like, what am I gonna do about board wipes? And then oversimplify will exile my commander, because like even though it's indestructible, it's upheaval. I think upheaval's banned because it hits lands, right? Yeah, it's banned in commander. Wise, yes. We're talking way more about Magic than I thought we'd get to, because I thought the battles would be harder and have to concentrate more, but I'm definitely not against it. Gyarados, Marowak. Does Marowak have Lightning Rod? It might. How am I gonna deal with this though? I don't think I can one-shot the Marowak. Well, I can Ice Beam it. Like, that also works. I want to protect Ice Beam. Let's try a little that. Okay. It's sprung up, so let's bounce. Who are you bouncing on, though? Who would be the target? Reggie Ice, I guess? That also could have Lightning Rod. Okay, in that case, I'm going to protect with Reggie Ice. This will stop the Earthquake, and then I should also stop the bounce. I'm assuming it's hitting the Reggie Ice. Yeah, that's fine. You do that. Didn't even do half. So weird. Why would you put bounce on a Gyarados? I know it's stab, but like, come on. Mantine? Okay, they're out of Lightning Rod people, so... that said, the Gyarados might just try and bounce again. So... I think I'll do this. We're just alternating protects at this point. Yeah, okay. I'll hit the Gyarados on its way down. I didn't realize the Mantine would be slowest. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, okay. Did not realize. Okay, let's hit the Gyarados with the Weezing as it comes down then. Mantine with Mirror Coat, huh? I haven't seen one of those before. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. And I assume the Thunderbolt will finish? I mean, Weezing's not that strong, like offensively, but it's 4 times effective. Okay. Alright, time for the Deep King. That went much quicker than I anticipated. Hmm. Oh, that's right. It's just like a reskinned bodybuilder. Agnol. Tyranitar Aggron. Okay, I don't, I don't hate this actually. I was gonna say I don't really like this, but I don't hate this. Okay, I know we just got to the Deep King, but I think I'm actually. We don't have too much more to go because we just have the Deep King, and then we have to do some things to get to the final boss or like the secret boss. But I think I'm actually gonna take a short break here, and then we'll come back and we'll beat this guy. But yeah, I'll be back in, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, I am back. Did y'all enjoy listening to the good battle music? Okay, so you see on a team of 6, we know there's a Shadow Salamence somewhere on the team. And so, looks like it's at least partially a sand team, which is kind of fine for me. I like Earthquake here. I like Earthquake Protect. Because Ready Ice is definitely very vulnerable. Did about half, that's good. In this ROM hack, Aggron is just Steel type. Okay, we stop the Stone Edge. And we stop the Head Smash. Okay, good Protect. Got a free turn pretty much. I'm gonna Earthquake again. And I'm gonna switch. Moneygross is going first, so I only really have to be worried about the Aggron. But I also don't want to be hit with... I guess I can let Weezing take it. I don't want to get hit by my own Earthquake. But yeah, I do have some more things I want to talk about to continue the conversation, but oh my gosh, he has a Mewtwo. Kind of need to concentrate on this battle. It's like one of the final bosses, so. The Mewtwo. I should probably just protect on Weezing, right? It's gonna get hit by like a head smash and a psychic or something? Yeah. Mewtwo, huh? They really don't pull any punches on these guys. Oh, they did so little. And Aggron lived. Agility, oh no, it's gonna be faster Aggron. That double speed, but it's like it's the slowest thing on the board. Is it gonna meaningfully speed up? I don't know. Okay, Mewtwo's going first, so Weezing's almost certainly gonna die, unless I can protect Cheese. Which, well, I guess we'll try. Nope, okay. I wonder if they disabled Protect Cheesing in this ROM hack. It's entirely possible. Alright, goodbye, Weezing. Okay, we're gonna send in Misdreavus, and then if Metagross goes next, it will kill the Aggron, so it won't get a turn. It's... okay, so the Agility made it go next. Okay, that's kind of fine. I think we're okay. The nice thing is the Mewtwo will also just kind of die to the Sandstorm. You got him? Tauros. This is Paldean Tauros? What types is this again? I'm gonna just look it up. Salisbury. Oh, well, it was already the fastest, so like that's kind of fine. I'm still looking for the Tauros. Here we go. Oh, it's just fighting. Okay, well, good to know. Mewtwo's gonna go first. It's probably gonna kill the Misdreavus. It could also Zen Headbutt the Tauros. Since it's just fighting, right? How much do I care? Like, what do I prioritize here? Ugh. The main worry is that if I use Earthquake, then whatever comes in after Mistress dies will just kind of die. So that's a problem. Okay, expected, but on whom? Okay, well, okay. That was... I mean, that was just planned. Okay, so now... Iron Head. Nice. Okay, didn't quite kill, but that's okay. We might just double protect next turn. Oh, no. Protect. 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 They'll both die in the Sandstorm, right? Yeah, you do that. You have so many turns left. You have your whole life ahead of you. Iron Head again. Does it have like a choice band or something? Oh, the Taurus is alive. Okay, well that's kind of fine. I'll just bullet punch it. No big deal. Oh, Cosmic Power. This is a defensive move. No, we're not learning that. It buffs your defense and special defense. You commonly see it on like Lunatone, I guess. Okay, this is Ice Fairy. Oh, I don't want to bullet punch that now. I should really kill the Tauros. Just first, you know? Gotta triage these guys. And then out should come the Salamence. And then it will Intimidate, but Metagross has Clear Body, so Metagross won't lose any stats. This should just die, right? It's 4 times effective. Okay, attack buff did not matter. Okay, let's just wrap this up. We have the Master Ball. Okay. It's, in a way, it's kind of nice that they give you the Master Ball at the end, although they do really increase the catch rates on all the Shadow Pokemon, so it's not even that hard to catch them without the Master Ball in the majority of the game. By the time you get the Master Ball, you can only really catch, like, 3 Pokemon with it anyway. Cool, thanks. I guess I'll save? I'm not gonna use this Salamence. There's like literally only 1 fight left, right? So we have to do a few things to get that fight to happen, but that just gives us more time to talk about magic. I guess I'll buy some things with all the money I have. But yeah, like part of the conversation before was like most of my decks would be like bracket 2. Just because I don't use game changers. Like technically, if you look at like the hard criteria, and like obviously I don't use mass land denial or any extra turn spells or infinites. I don't think anything in my deck has an infinite combo in any of my decks. Like one of my decks has like an infinite mana combo, but it has nothing to do with the mana. It just can incidentally, it's like a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a 5-card infinite combo that just makes you infinite mana, but that's it. Like there's no outlet for it. But that obviously doesn't count. Oh, well. No, some of my decks have like infinites in that if you have Scoot Swarm, Kodama of the East Tree, and a Bounce Land, you can make infinite Scoot Swarm copies. But like that doesn't immediately win you the game. And those are 3-card infinites anyway. I really don't need to buy these. I can just keep the money. So my understanding is that we just have to like kind of walk around and do things, like go from city to city for things to start happening. So I'm going to go to a different area. But anyway, what I'm trying to make is like I made my decks pretty well, so like even if they would fall under like the technical bracket 2, like they definitely don't play like bracket 2 decks, or like I guess they don't play like a precon, which is the label they use for bracket 2. What's with you? I'm Dash from Fennec. I'm just an ordinary citizen who happens to run around the town's fountain. So what gives you the right to have your Pokemon attacked? You don't deserve any respect as a trainer. Shame on you. Look, it's Dash the athlete from Fennec. Yes, it was me that sent you that email. Why did you attack me? Are you doing this to the others too? No. I won't believe anything you have to say. Okay. Alright, let's go somewhere else. But yeah, like, so I feel like if I were to play with random people, I would probably just say my decks are bracket 3, even if they're technically not. Because, like, that's more in the spirit, right? Like, I don't think they're bracket 4. They're not high power casual. Like, I'm not pulling out all the stops, including the monetary stops, to make my decks as good as they possibly can be. Okay, one last Shadow Pokemon. It's Mew. Okay. In the base game, the last Shadow Pokemon is, it's Togetic. I have to remember which one was which. Who is this? I caught you on film. Why are you attacking people with a Shadow Togetic? Or is it Mew? So it transformed. Interesting. Oh, okay. So in the base game, like I said, it's a Togetic. But then they show you this picture of you with a Shadow Togetic attacking Dash, right? But obviously in the ROM hack, they made it into a Mew. And Mew can transform, so I guess that's the excuse they use to have this picture of a Togetic. Interesting. They accounted for that. It's kind of clever. But yeah, so I think no more emails yet. Do I have to go inside someone's house and watch a TV? I could see that. Okay, here we go. TV. Ugh. Okay, no, that's just the normal, like, endgame TV thing. I might just have to go to, like, more locations. But yeah, if I play pickup games with random people, I'd probably just say bracket 3 then, even if it's not true, technically. But it's like more in the spirit of how I build my decks, I suppose. Okay, now I watch the TV, thanks. I think Fennec probably just has... Yeah, Fennec is probably just the best place to watch a TV. Obviously, there's the stand, right? The outskirt stand, but we can't go there yet. Alright, sorry I'm breaking into your house again to watch your TV again. Oh, different music. This footage was sent by a brat in the Under who declined to reveal his identity. How do you know it's a brat? And how do you know it's from the Under? So we're gonna get more emails, I think. Because they did release this bracket system finally, I'm like kind of thinking about going to play random pickup games for Commander. I have two LGSs near me. One of them has them on Wednesdays, and the other one has it like on Fridays and Saturdays, but I usually play with my friends on those days at that LGS. Although we have had like random people join us sometimes. Again? Should have gotten a Fennec. Hold on, let me drive to a different city to watch their TV. Okay, so if... Yeah, you know, I'll just watch the TV first, and then I'll say what I have to say. Viewer discretion is advised. We bring you the story from the outskirt stand. Who's recording that? Why do they have such a bad angle? Okay, so we're gonna fight that guy. I don't know what he's got, so I don't know who I want to put in the front. I mean, Metagross Regice is probably fine, right? Can't really go wrong. I'm going to save first. And I could access the PC telepathically, but I'll just do a actual save in case something happens. Yeah, I'm thinking like, maybe I could go play random Commander games, but it hasn't always gone amazingly in the past. Mostly they're just like, people have no awareness. Like, I see people bring, like... There's, like, a huge range of people, right? Like, there's people I've seen who bring, like, precons, which is fine. There's people who, like, just bring whatever fun deck they want to play, which is totally fine. But then there's also people who, like, have no awareness in that they will, like, hold a grudge against you if you do, like, even the smallest thing to slight them. And then there's also people who will... like play full-on stacks decks, but then they won't have like how do I put this? The one time I played against like a full stacks decks, there was actually two. There were two at the same table, and they had no like threat assessment, I guess is the best way to put it, because they were trying to stacks each other. And it was like, sure, I guess I will just play unhindered. And then I killed everyone. It's like, cool. I was playing the Locust God at the time. I took the deck apart because I don't like it. But it was like one of my only decks at the time, so... I just drew a bunch of cards, made a bunch of bugs, and then killed everyone. But it's like, if you had done something to me, then maybe I would not have won so easily, but... I don't know, man. Playing with random is wild. This is rookie reporter Anka. Yeah, I get it. Live on the scene. Just when the battle ended, another shady man appeared. He looks exactly the same as the other man. So who was recording initially? And why did Net message us to watch the TV if it looks like we were already here? Did he just not believe that this person was us? I already figured out my team, right? The sinister man is approaching me. Okay, here's the secret boss. Shady guy. And then he has your name. Oh, interesting. They give him an Umbreon and Espeon. I honestly don't remember what his Pokemon in the base game are. It's been too long. Ooh, he's higher level than me. This might be tough. This might be very tough. I'll do my best. I feel like I just leave the Umbreon there. Okay, good choice. I really hope this hits. Thank goodness. Oh, we just one-shotted it. Cool. No, in this game, not only are the enemy Pokemon like generally higher level, they're also EV trained, so this might be a rough one. Oh nice, the Ice Beam's just gonna kill it. Crunch. Like, it's super effective, but it's an Umbreon. It's not gonna do that much. Umbreon is way more defensive. Like, its stats are more oriented for defense. Okay, we got the free kill on the Salamence because of the Gen 3 double battle mechanics. Pretty good. Good start, good start. Swampert, okay. Interesting team. Again, I think we're going to leave the Umbreon there. Will Metagross make it through this turn? I don't know, but we'll try. Ooh, that's a little scary. Let's see what it's got. Earthquake? Okay. Okay, so Metagross is going to die. Regice might die? Umbreon will also get hurt. That did a lot. Very good. Okay, Regice lived, because Regice is great. I don't have any grass moves on this team. If I switch in Mischievous, it'll probably... Oh. I'm thinking about switching in something and then just double protecting next turn. It's like not out... It's not out of the realm of possibility, right? It's like pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. Because if the Earthquake just kills the Umbreon, then we're set. It also gives Regice another turn to heal from the leftovers. Okay. Not the worst. Oh, the Umbreon's healing from leftovers. Okay. We didn't see that before because this is the first time the Umbreon has taken damage. I'm still gonna go through with the double protect. No helping hand. What is the Umbreon gonna do then? Just crunch. To try and kill the Regice. That's reasonable. That's pretty reasonable. The Umbreon's going last though. what I can do here. Switch Reggie Ice. Oh, well, I actually don't care about that. In a way, that's beneficial to me. Because Umbreon's like not a real threat. So the longer it stays on the board, the less I'm worried. That's an interesting thing about doubles, you know, like the threat assessment and like just leaving things around because you don't care. And then you can't make your Pokemon wait too passive. Oh, it got a Salic Berry. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna Bullet Punch it and it'll be dead. Unless he uses another Full Restore. But then what are you gonna do? Well, actually, I should just normal attack it, right? Because I'm going. Oh no, it had the Salic Berry. Speed increase. Okay. Love doubles. Yeah, same. Let's double target it. Yeah, like even your support Pokemon, you can't make them too passive because then, like, they're just not going to be threatening enough. Like, they need to be able to do something. Like, this Umbreon's not bad. Like, Helping Hand, Crunch, it's like pretty aight, but I don't think it's doing enough. Oh, okay. It's just gonna go down. Nice crit. Yeah, I mean, doubles is like a big part of why I play these ROM hacks. Like, all the ROM hacks I'm playing are doubles ones. Colosseum was already doubles, but unfortunately, like, oh my gosh, like Latios. Yeah, it's like pretty slim pickings on the doubles ROM hacks. There's only a handful, and some of them are just like you just make all the battles doubles and like don't actually change the trainers at all. It's like, I don't know about that one. I do enjoy the quality of life changes and the difficulty increase and the poison proc on the Sludge Bomb. That's good. Okay. Do I just lunge at the Latios? Do I double protect to get another poison? That's probably more reasonable, right? I get to also see what they're doing. Helping Hand, probably like Psychic or something, right? Or what's their signature move? Psychic. Oh, just Psychic. Okay. It could have used, like, I don't know, what is it, Mist Ball? Well, I mean, that should be that. Weezing's probably just gonna die, but what are you gonna do? We got the extra turn of poison just in case. Okay, so now I can switch in whatever I want without worry, because they took their turns already. And then once the Latios dies, in comes the Mew, which I can just catch with the Master Ball. And then it's pretty free from there. Really, it's just, like, this fight could have been so much more difficult. If they had, like, another scary Pokemon instead of Umbreon. Like, the Umbreon was on the board from the start. And I get it, it's for the flavor, right? They wanted Espeon Umbreon because those are your starters. But because the Umbreon is there and it's too passive, like, we just kind of got a free fight. It could have been so much more. Okay, so I have to use Caesar's turn. Let's use the Master Ball. And then, I mean, the rest is whatever. It is kind of nice they gave you the Master Ball at the end. Instead of, like, in the middle of the game. Like, in the base game. I could like choose not to use the Master Ball, but oh, that's gonna take so much more time. That Scald did so little. But that's what I wanted, the burn. Okay, so the Umbreon Synchronize is gonna burn Swampert because it got burned by Swampert, but Swampert has Water Veil, which prevents it from being burned, which is like the ability it has in this ROM hack. I think that's the only time Water Veil has come up this entire time. And I've had Swampert almost since the beginning. I kind of wish it just kept Torrent, but they wanted to give all of the starters different abilities, so we got Water Veil. Honestly, Damp would have been better to stop self-destruct moves, but it's whatever at this point. We've won. Yeah, that Umbreon took a lunge from a Caesar. Has very high defenses, holy moly. I would not have been surprised if it lived through the Earth Power and just died to the burn, but... Okay. Yeah, if that Umbreon were something else, we would have been in some trouble. But we're effectively, like, fighting 2v1 for a lot of that, so made it a lot easier. It would take me to do it. Good going. Oh. Pretty clever. I don't even remember who this guy is. His name is Fane. Oh, okay. Master of Disguise. Ha, I get it. Most of the names are, like, completely random, but then some of them they actually pick. How do you like the job I did? Your reputation's totally trashed. That's all he says. Okay. Do we get any other dialogue? I think we do, right? If we go back to, like, Fennec, we talk to Dash. Because that was on TV, right? The lady was recording it. So, like, the people should know that there was an imposter. Okay, so he does apologize. Okay. Not like that's what he was gonna do regardless. I guess I'll go talk to Bit and Net? Oh no, I don't need this. Actually, I do need this. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that should just be it. For a second, I was like, what are those two Pokeballs in the front? But then I realized they were timer balls. But yeah, I guess I can start wrapping up my thoughts on this ROM hack. There were some things I didn't like. Like, I don't like the introduction of the fairy type and the regional forms. But then again, I just don't like those in general, so... Take that as you will. But overall, this ROM hack was very good. There were like some limited quality of life improvements, mainly that you could level grind freely by using Mount Battle. They changed the first 6 areas of Mount Battle to just like places where you could level grind and EV train, which was good. They could have done it more easily by just letting you buy rare candies for cheap, but I don't know. The increased selection of Pokemon, like so many of the Shadow Pokemon. I guess I should look at the PC in a sec, but I was blown away by this whole thing. It's not easy being famous, huh? Okay. That's all they have to say. Okay. But yeah, like you get so many more viable Pokemon. So, I guess one of the quality of life changes that you can access the PC from anywhere, like in later games, which means you can also heal from anywhere, which is nice. But yeah, the Pokemon selection is like insane. There are so many Pokemon that are like, I really wanted to use this, but like they just kind of weren't good enough. And there were like multiple buffs to a lot of the weaker Pokemon in this gen. Like we used Tropius for a while. We get Tropius kind of early, and I was using it. I was like, oh, Tropius is pretty good. I think it tells us what level we got it at, right? Yeah, we got it at level 34, and we use it until 41, which is like a decent amount. I played the Hoenn version of the patch, so you get the Hoenn starters and the Hoenn legendaries. We caught Registeel. We caught all the Reggies. And I used Regirock for a while, but it got replaced by Scizor. But yeah, there's just like so many good usable Pokemon in this ROM hack. It was a nice change from the base game, because the base game, a lot of the Shadow Pokemon you get, they're just not very good. And they're mainly in the game so that players have access to the Gen 2 Pokemon in Gen 3. For those who don't know, Gen 3 was like a hard reset for Pokemon in that they reset the like the game systems so that Pokemon from earlier gens 1 and 2 were not compatible with later gens, so you had to there was no way to transfer like your Pokemon from Red or Blue or Gold, Silver or whatever to the Gen 3 games. So they had to make all of them available somehow in Gen 3. And they had the remakes, right, like Fire Red, Leaf Green for Gen 1. And for Gen 2, a big way that they did it was to make the Pokemon available in Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. So that once you like finish the game and purify the Pokemon, you can transfer them to your GBA games. So a lot of Pokemon were there just for that, but then they weren't very good, but they were there just in case you wanted to fill your Pokedex or whatever. But in this game, it looks like they definitely went more with like Pokemon that would see play. Like very early, you get a Kirlia, which would be very strong. I just personally don't like Gardevoir. I also had a Misdreavus, which they made Fairy type and buffed like crazy, so it was easier to use that instead. You can see we have the Hoenn starters. I chose Swampert for obvious reasons, but you could choose any of them. Yeah, overall, ROM hack was very good. I would recommend it, I think. You still have to do a lot of level grinding to get past certain level jumps, and you kind of have to EV train a little bit, but they make that possible in Mount Battle. It's just like still tedious, but what are you gonna do? There's only so much you can change about the older Pokemon games. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say about this. Yeah, it was nice getting to use some of these Pokemon. Like, I've never used a Scizor before, or a Misdreavus, but obviously the Misdreavus in this game is like way different than it would be in a normal Pokemon game. Scizor's like fairly similar. Like, we get Lunge instead of X-Scissor, which is like a strict upgrade, but otherwise it's like pretty much the same. I've used Swampert, Weezing, Regice before. Regice in competitive, but pretty much has the same. I gave the same moveset I use in competitive because it's just good. And then I've never used a Metagross before. Well, that's not true. I use it a little bit in competitive, but it's like it serves a different purpose there. It fills a different role, I suppose. But yeah. But yeah, it was just a good. I mean, I guess the main thing is I got to use Tropius and Misdreavus, and like I never thought I would ever use those Pokemon like intentionally. Yeah, like the Tropius was not bad. But yeah, I think that's just it for this game. I'm not going to do the Mount Battle challenge because you pretty much have to level your guys up to 100, and I'm not going to do that. So yeah, because the final area is level 100. It's like, yeah, I'm not sitting through that. So I think I'm just gonna call it here for this this game, and yeah, that'll probably just be it for the stream then too. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna stream next. I might just not stream next week because I have no idea what I would stream, and I don't have that much time to figure it out by next Monday. I'll think about it, but I currently have 0 ideas. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time, whatever or whenever that is, and whatever game I end up playing.